This morning, a man suspected of attacking his girlfriend is now accused of trying to burn down their home with police officers inside.
And the 911 call came in around midnight from an apartment complex on Churchill Estates Boulevard. Erica Zuko joins us now. And Erica, was anyone injured in that fire?
Audrey and Sarah, fortunately, they were able to put it out, but this was officers becoming impromptu firefighters with a department-issued fire extinguisher after they say that man tried to set a pile of belongings on fire. I want to walk you through what got them to this point. They say they were initially called out to an apartment complex near Huebner and Bitters around midnight. There they found a woman hurt inside her apartment after being attacked. Police say they suspected her 41-year-old boyfriend, but he had left. As they went outside after taking their report, they say they found him setting fire to belongings in a garage with flames high enough to reach the roof. They say they took him into custody and started putting out the fire with extinguishers while asking the dispatcher to have SAFD respond. Fire crews say they were able to smoothly put out the rest of the fire. Now that man faces charges of domestic violence and arson, according to a sergeant on scene. We're reporting in San Antonio. Erica Zuko, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Erica, thank you. Also developing